What does it take to become a great meditator? It takes setting goals and sustaining motivation. If you don't have good, solid motivation, then it's going to be hard to keep going. And if you don't have good goals, then you don't know where you're going. So one phrase that's often used is that meditation is a journey. It's not a destination. So sustaining that long-term motivation can be kind of a challenge. It gets difficult. It gets kind of exhausting after a while. I've been there. I've meditated for 30 years, and it's got its ups and downs. But if you set clear, achievable goals, you can keep your practice on track even during the difficult periods. And that's the test of somebody who's a real meditator and not just a dilettante, somebody who's doing this as a hobby. So this approach applies whether you're engaging in sort of mantra practice or shamatha, calm abiding, or some more advanced techniques like nature of mind meditation. So the number one point is to find some excitement and set a goal within that framework. Goals create a sense of purpose and provide a framework for perseverance when your motivation begins to sag. You can think, this isn't working, it's not going so well, but if you have a goal, if you think, oh, I can just do this many hours meditation, I only have 10 more hours to go, I'm going to keep going through that. And then oftentimes, if not always, mostly always, you'll work through those setbacks and that sag in the motivation. If you're doing a mantra practice, for example, a visualization practice, then often you might have to do 100,000 or even a million mantras. So that's a million mantras is a pretty high goal. It takes over a year and a half. Or you might do 100 or 108 or 200 sessions or something like that. But then you also have subsequent goals like fire pujas and so forth. Now with shamatha meditation, you might not have those goals. But there's a couple of different ways to focus on goals in shamatha practice. You can focus on session-based goals, like do 10 or 15 minutes within a session or 30 minutes within a session. You can have a goal of increasing that amount of meditation in a session. That's a pretty good way to approach it. And you can have a goal of doing a minimum number of sessions before you either give up or better reevaluate your meditation in order to improve the quality of it and increase it. The other approach you can take is a goal of accomplishment. You won't stop meditating until you're good at it, right? So that means that you can focus the mind stably for basically an indefinite period of time, and there's a sense of depth and vivacity that kind of go together, that you can use your mind the way you want, you can deepen it, you can focus on what you want even if the object is difficult or abstract. That's a pretty good goal in meditation. As a matter of fact, that probably is the goal of meditation because it's kind of the point. So the aim isn't just to complete a time frame, but to cultivate a routine that's so ingrained it becomes effortless. It's more just a natural part of your day. And after you do 400, 500, 600 sessions, a couple of years, if you're consistent, then it'll be harder not to do it than it will be to do it. So next thing in order to establish good motivation is to recognize the importance of a sustained practice. Meditation thrives on continuity. It builds on coming back again and again. It's a steady thing. It's more like spade work, as they said. So it's built up in steps. You don't suddenly become a great meditator. You don't suddenly become great at anything. And meditation is a lot more difficult than people realize. So regular sustained effort creates the conditions for a very profound transformation. And if you're in it for that kind of transformation, then this can keep you inspired. This is an aspiration. I want to be a better person. I want to be a person that has compassion, wisdom, energy, that is doing something good for the world, that is not so easily angered, that is doesn't give in to like small desires, but instead takes the high road all the time. Somebody with virtue. So when you're doing this, when you're working on it, it is a high goal. So challenges are going to be normal within that. There's going to be days when meditation isn't working, when it's not inspiring. So you just use your goal as a way to guide you through those choppy waters, and you take the long view. A lot of people think they give up on meditation right away. I tried meditation twice and it just didn't work for me. They didn't really try meditation. They did a sort of vague kind of meditative-y sitting there thing, but they didn't even understand what it probably was. You can't understand in 2 sessions what's really going on in meditation. So it's like they went on a boat and never knew how to sail, and then they tried to pull the sail up and it fell down, and then they finally got it tied off and it came loose and it blew the boat over, and they went away and said, I don't like sailing. They never actually sailed. They just tried some few things on a sailboat and then gave up. And that's where a lot of people are when they give up on meditation. So it's important to take the long view. You need to build your understanding of meditation and your ability in meditation. Daily practice is not about suddenly being a perfect meditator. It's incremental progress, but that 1% better each day eventually creates very profound results. So the third thing is the 9 stages of meditation. Understanding the progressive stages of meditation, which is going to get a lot more in this series, helps you track your development and address obstacles much more effectively. So in that course, you're going to learn how the 9 stages arise in shamatha, the natural abilities of your mind that support these stages, and how to recognize potential challenges in meditation, obstacles in meditation, as they manifest and before they manifest, how to sort of see them coming based on your habitual patterns, based on the normal ways they arise, just based on a lot of different things. But you'll get more tuned into your mind. You'll understand how to work with it better. So meditation is more active and nuanced than many people realize. It's not about passivity. It's about engaging the mind in a stable, focused manner. So the fourth point is addressing the problems with the antidotes. Meditation is going to present you with challenges, and maybe your ability to maintain focus. It may be overcoming laziness and just getting to the cushion. Maybe building your confidence in meditation. There's a lot of different antidotes, and getting a lot more into this when I'm teaching or talking more about the 9 stages. But basically, just to get your practice going, there's classically said to be 4 antidotes, and they overcome the first obstacle, which is laziness. So they're faith, exertion, mindfulness, and Shinjang. Now I'm going to talk about more of that in the next video, so stick with it and I'll see you there.